Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video I want to give you a quick run through of exactly what we're going to do with the Azon Authority offer, and I also want to give you a free niche out of it as well. Whether you take the offer or not, you can actually use this niche to get going in a really good area, one that you already know will rank. I'm going to guide you through, so we're having a look at the site together, show you exactly how it works, and you'll also see exactly how to do this yourself, like pick niches and so on. And if you do want to work together, I've got one spot left. So this offer came about because I did a smaller site builder offer with loads of content on. I actually did a smaller site builder offer where you could get a 13,000 word site really inexpensively, and I wanted to do it to give something back and make sure that you're getting a really good site that get going fast. And this offer came about. I thought, well, I'm going to take 3 people and I'm going to do it with a big site. As you can see here, this is for an Amazon Authority site, 200,000 words of content. You actually get 100 pages, 2,000 words per page, and you get it really inexpensively. And also the other thing is, we're doing this process that I'm going to give you now. So it actually works out in a really good niche. You know how much you're going to make before you even begin, or have a good idea, and you know that it's a profitable niche without having to second guess it, without having to look at the keyword searches. And you still have to look at that stuff, but you'll see what I mean when I show you this method. So do check out the page below. I've got one spot if you want to work together, and this is the exact process that we go through together. We'll make sure that you get a fantastic niche. We'll make sure that the keywords are there with plenty of searches. We'll also make sure that we can rank, and we also know all the keywords to go for, so we can just get going and build you a site that will work for you. In fact, just to say before I get into the method, you could literally have the site built and then turn around and stick it on Flipper and sell it for more than the actual cost of building the site. So I'd love to do this with you. I've only got one spot though. I opened up 3 spots, and not for any scarcity reason or anything like that, but literally because of the amount of work. 100 pages, 2,000 words per page, all SEO'd for you, all your links put in, so you can literally get up and running and get going with this stuff. But I've only got one spot, so do check out the link below at any point, or you can check out after the video. I've put the link below going through to the offer. You can also see this video here that will go in depth, everything you get, and explain it to you, and you can see all of the details here and the bonuses and so on. So really excited about this one. Let me show you now the process of picking the niche and why it works so well. Okay, so you can use this when you're actually looking to pick niches yourself for sites that you're actually going to build, and you're wondering, will I, you know, when you're actually thinking, right, I've got all this content to write, I don't know whether I'm wasting my time. This is one of the best ways that you can pick a niche and already know that it will do really well. So I'm on Flipper. I've run a search just for Amazon sites and just for Amazon affiliate sites, okay, not FBA sites or anything like that, just Amazon affiliate sites. And what I do is I browse through and I see the sort of how much they've made and how much they've actually sold for. I'm only looking at sold sites, so I want to look at people that have actually sold sites on Flipper for good money, and that were also making money per month, okay, good money per month. So I'm looking at them, and there's no right or wrong way, like there's no perfect, you just sort of look through. And a couple of things I look for is this. So this was one I picked out, Projector Labs. It's obviously in the projector niche. The first thing that I do is I look at the amount it's made per month. Again, I mean, look at it like this. So if you've got a site and it's making $130 per month, and that's coming in like clockwork, and then you could also turn around and sell the site for $10,000. This is how much this guy got for it. It works really well. One of the things that I look for first is the organic search, because we're ranking the sites for Amazon affiliate sites, ranking on the search engines. What I look for is organic search. I want that to be high. If that says social and it's like 100% through social search, in my opinion, that doesn't mean anything. They could be using some software and just blasting it around, spamming social networks, and they'd be making good money, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's ranking well in the search engine. So the first thing I look at is the organic search, 85% for this site. Okay, the next thing that I look at is down in the description, and most of the time people will put how much content they've put on the kite. How much content they've got on the site, and you can see here that 32 articles, so not that much content on the site. I'll show you the site in a minute. Not that much content, $130 per month, and they decide to sell it and get $10,000. So you can see that it's really, really lucrative. The site is only a year old, and again, comparing it to the offer, if you've got a site in this niche, for instance, and you have 100 pages, 2,000 words per page, I mean, you've got more than 3 times the amount of content than this guy's got. So logic would suggest that as long as the SEO is good, as long as the content's good, you're going to do really, really well. Okay, so they're the sort of things I'm looking at. The next thing I do is have a look at the site, and you can see that this guy set it up on the Genesis theme. That's what I use as well. And yeah, it's a good site. This is the other key thing, guys. You've got, when you're struggling looking for keywords and looking for content ideas, Flipper, if you do this method, 1, we can see that the site's making good money. 2, we can see that the guy sold the site for $10,000. And 3, you've got all the content ideas you need straight on the site. So I'm not saying copy his content if you were to go in this niche, because it wouldn't work. Okay, you need to make sure your content's good and unique, but you've definitely got content ideas. They've got a buying guide right on the homepage with the contents. A lot of content here. Well SEO'd. I could actually add some SEO to this. I don't think it's got enough, but it's okay. It's quite good. Going all the way down. So this is like the buyer's guide, all good stuff. And there you go. You've got all your content ideas that you need. Going up, looking at the other pages, so you've got like best projector by budget, and they've targeted the LSI key phrases, best projector under 100, best, and so on. Okay, so if we have a look at that, there we go. Top 21 cheap projectors under 100, a lot of content on there. So all good stuff. So I can see that this site's set up well. And then, quite simply, what you do is follow suit. Okay, so they've got a blog as well, where they're doing some versus articles, good idea. I talk about that a lot in the courses and so on. Editor choice, best projector 2018. I'd probably, in my opinion, the menu system needs sorting out a little bit, but you can see all the keywords that they're targeting. You can see all of their content, what is the right way to connect the projector to a TV, best gaming projector 2019. And the next thing I do is have a look at the actual keywords. So I'm just having a look for ideas for keywords. Projectors going to be competitive, but if you go down here, mini projectors, 33,000 searches a month. Epson projectors, 27,000. 4K projectors, 27,000. Portable projectors, 14,800. Projectors for movies, projectors for phones, projectors for iPhone, 12,000. So plenty of searches. So there, what we've done here really quickly is, number 1, we've actually picked a niche that's doing really, really well, and we can also see that it was bringing money in monthly. Okay, good money in monthly, a good, it was actually bringing in, if we go back here, it went up and down a bit in the cost, but it was actually bringing in 0, 0, 18, 36, 108, 107, 71, 358, 509. So it was moving up when they sold it and making good money. And then they sold it for $10,000. So could you build a site this size, which is only 32 articles? They've probably added more to it since, or the new owner has, but 32 articles with those rankings at the time of sale. Could you write 32 really long articles and make $10,000 flipping it on Flipper? Well, this suggests that you've got a very, very good chance of doing that, and you've also got all the keywords and all the content ideas, and can see how they've laid it out and see the products that they've actually reviewed. And what you do is you go around and create a better site, and that's what this offer's about. So that's how we're going to pick the niche. We're going to go to Flipper. We're going to get not this, because I'm giving this niche away, but exactly the same as this. We pick a niche that's sold really, really well on Flipper, and then we go through and we create a site from scratch with really, really good content, 2,000 words per page and 100 pages. And all the content's written by myself. It's all SEO'd by myself, all interlinking, which is the only reason I'm taking on just 3 people. 2 people have taken advantage of the offer. I've got 1 spot left. If you want to do this together and get a site out there that's absolutely ready to roll, and you can see how this process works, that's what we're going to do. We're going to pick a site from Flipper that's got massive traction and sold for really, really good amounts of money, and then we're going to build a site in the same niche. And then you've got an option: you can keep the site for the monthly income and just have the monthly income coming in, or you could do exactly the same as the Projector one and go and sell it for $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. So you'd be making 10 times your money. Yeah, really, really excited. Really simple way of doing it, but you can see that's exactly, you can see everything you need to from Flipper. They can't really, if they're selling the site, they can't really hide anything. They have to mention the keywords, they have to mention what they've done, they have to mention where they're ranking, they have to put in their earnings and earnings proof video and all of that. So you can actually see they've even got their SEM Rush report there in a PDF. Site established in March 2018, so they built this up quite quickly, and there's no reason why you can't do exactly the same. So obviously we won't pick the Projector niche, but we'll pick a unique niche for you, one that's not going to be released on YouTube. But that's the process. If you want to do it together, I'd love to do it with you. All the details are on this page, like delivery time and so on, and guarantees, and check the video out here that explains it. And it's also at a very, very low price for the amount of content. Remember, you're getting 100 pages. Now those 100 pages will consist of reviews of the products. So if it were a Projector site, for instance, we do reviews of projectors, but it's also keywords as well. Keyword content is harder to write for, but that's what gets you ranked really, really well. In fact, check this out. Here's the 8K TV site been working on. 8K TV brands, 12,200,000 results. There it is, ranking number 1 on Google. And also, check this out, check this. It's also ranking number 1 on Google for 8K TV manufacturers. And the big phrases, check this. So on bigger phrases, it's starting to move up for like buy 8K TV, biggest 8K TV, best TV brand even. TV brands, 8K TV just on its own, it's starting to move up. So you can do it. You can do it. Just a couple of pointers if you're going to be attempting this yourself. Number 1, it's not just about the content. Okay, so if you're doing this and you're looking on Flipper and you're actually looking at all the listings and so on, it's not enough just to have the content. You need to understand the SEO. So it's content plus SEO that actually gives you the rankings faster. So if you don't know how to do the SEO, and what I mean by that, it's very important. I don't just mean building a site where you just have really, really good content and then you link free to Amazon. That will rank, but it's a slower way of doing it. You need to have SEO. You need to understand the interlinking. You need to understand the authority links going out of the site. You need to understand how the pages interconnect, and you need to have the meta descriptions, like the title tags and the meta descriptions and the categories and all of that stuff. You need to have that working for you. And if you do that, I'll just show you. So if we look at this, you can see I personally think this site could be SEO'd better. More links and so on. But you can see here it's doing all right, and you can see little links like that. Projectors under $2,000. We click on that, goes through to projectors under $2,000. When we get down to here, see, you could have loads more SEO going on, but you need to have all the pages interlinking. What I would personally do with these is have a review of each one and link back from the buyer's guide to the review, but not to get into all of that stuff. Just make sure if you're doing it yourself, you need to know how to write the content. The latest Google update that deals with very, very specifically giving the results that you need will work really, really well for Amazon affiliate sites as well. So you can incorporate your knowledge with that. and make sure that you're calling out to the people that are most likely to buy, in this case a projector. If you do that, you'll do really, really well. So a couple of things. Yes, really, really good content, lots of it, but the SEO, the interlinking, and the call to actions. You need to know where to put your Amazon banners and links in so you actually get clicks through. If you can do those 3 areas, you can follow this method and you can get up and running, and you can do really, really well with a lot of work, but you can see that you're going into a niche that will already do well, because you've already seen it on Flipper, you've seen how much they've made, you can see how old the site is, you can see their earnings, you can see their keywords, you can see how they've set the site up. It will work really, really well. If you want to do this together and just get going, I've got one spot. Check out the link below. It will take you through to this page and you can grab the spot. When you click here, it will take you through to here, and then the checkout. I've just done a sort of overview of exactly what you get here and all your bonuses, and we'll be able to get going together. There's only one spot though, so first come first served on this. If you want a 100 page Amazon affiliate site, 2,000 words per page, you could see the projector one. I think that was about 30 pages. So imagine what we do. We're not going to go into the projector niche, but imagine what we do when we pick another good one off Flipper and we go straight into the niche and we build a proper site fully SEO'd and so on. And it's relatively cheap. It's not a cheap offer because it's 100 pages of 2,000 words per page and fully set up for you, but it is far cheaper than you'd get someone to even write that amount of content. So I'd love to work with you. I hope that made sense. Even if you don't choose to work together, follow that method. It will work really, really well for you. And yeah, check out the page below and we'll work together and you will have the final spot. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you soon.